things before I go live. Hey, nearly caught me in a mid-flight of a sentence there, everybody. Hello, it's me, P.G.M and JJ on New Talk. New Talk. Oh, and I did pronounce that correctly, right, JJ?
Nerd Talk. Yes, Nerd Talk from the other side of the world. Hello, guys.
We're back. Yes, we thought we do it fortnightly, but I thought we'll bugger it. We'll do it. We'll jump on because Loki is out and episode 8, the finale, has just come and gone.
Yeah.
Um,
And
for,
why wait another week to talk about this? Let's
yes,
just talk about it
yes,
now. But
yes.
before we start, you know what I love right now that I'm noticing? I'm wearing I'm wearing Star Wars hat and you're wearing a Marvel hat. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, how ironic is
Uh,
that? So,
yeah, right. Should be the
um,
other way around or something.
But here,
So
but
that's
wait,
cool.
but wait, there's more. Remember this. Remember this. Neutral. JJ and P.G.M. I was started. Here we go. How to
Once
get that,
again,
gentlemen?
thank you for that. I
Yeah.
appreciate that very much.
So,
What about the other? What about the other one?
two pommies.
Mm-hmm.
We'll play that near the end of this.
Near the end,
So yeah.
yes,
So
yeah, because that
um,
song will go with the end of this live stream, meaning like, dear, it's almost over. We don't want it to end.
um,
No, how's it going, PG? How's it going?
goodly.
Awesome.
Uh, it's been more pleasant over here in the weather terminology. Breaking into spring. Yes. So
Oh yeah, you go spring,
uh,
we go fall. Yeah,
yeah, that's right. Yeah, fall.
fall,
Yeah,
we fall.
it's
Autumn,
coming.
autumn, the
So
correct way.
it's just like those.
So, would you want
It's like those trailers for movies this fall.
to right now that you're springing forward? Springing
Nah,
forward.
yeah.
What topic do you want to talk with first?
Well, we got two actually. One that's just finished, Ahsoka. Uh, just finished. It's 8th episode. Season finale. I guess we could actually. Oh, g'day, pop culture in plastic.
Pop culture and plastic.
Malcolm.
PCP. How you doing, brother?
I guess we can actually talk about that because it has been a little bit. It's finished season finale. It's not the
Yeah.
series finale, I get told. So we're heading into season. Well, there's going to be season 2. Let's face it. I mean,
You think so? Because
yeah,
I heard it was a limited series, but rumors are rumors.
yeah, rumors are rumors. I think it will have to actually go into season 2. Best bet, Dave Filoni will probably push back the movie for Mandalorian, and because it's going to be a film, it's not going to be a season 4 film. So season 4 series for Mandalorian. Everybody knows that. Hello, I'm here, bigger than life and twice as ugly. Okay.
No, you're not.
Um,
No, you're not, Mr. Astro Boy. Doing well
Doing
here.
well here, windy afternoon with a coffee in hand. Right.
Can't go wrong with a coffee in hand as long as it doesn't blow off your hand. That's what matters.
And Loki, brilliant start of season 2.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely brilliant. If you haven't seen Loki, I'm sorry to say, guys and girls, when you get on to the new talk from the other side of the world, is spoilers alert. So let's kind of get that out of the way. So yeah,
It's gonna be spoiled milk. Yeah.
exactly. Sarah Old spoiled milk. There you go, JJ. But yeah, it's. Should we start on Ahsoka
Yes. Yes.
first?
We have to. We have to. I mean,
Yeah.
a great ending. Not what I expected. I don't know if you did. Kind of sad. Actually, Ahsoka ended. I was happy the way it ended, but I was also sad the way it ended. So yeah, if I feel that way, to me, it was a great show. I know a lot of people pour down on it, but you know what? I don't care. Star Wars is Star Wars to me. We have more of it, and that's what people need to remember: is that we're getting more content out of Star Wars, whether you like it or not. It's still more content. Now, it's
Yeah.
your opinion whether you like it. That's on you. But
Yeah.
other than that, I'm loving it. So
Yeah, I mean, I do have reservations on the loose ends if it is the one and only season of Ahsoka or series of Ahsoka. I don't really feel, in my opinion, I'll say feel in my opinion, that leaving loose ends with Balon and with him standing there, that was a loose end.
yeah, that's one of the
So,
things that made me sad because now,
um,
I mean, yes, they can find somebody else that can be a lookalike, but it's not the same without Ray Stevenson not being Balin Skull anymore.
no, but
Um,
I gather, JJ, if they're going into this maybe second season, let's speculate. um, if they're going to recast, and I think they should recast. Not no
why not?
no disrespect to um, Ray Stevenson. I'm my pick would be Graham McTavish. If you don't know who Graham McTavish is, he was one of the dwarves in the Hobbit films, and he was a character. If you've played the Uncharted games at all, he was Cutter
Hmm.
for um, in one of the games. So he's done. He lives in New Zealand. He's a pom, but he lives in New Zealand anyway. So that's all I can tell you about that.
I'm
Um,
still trying to think who can play him. I want somebody that almost looks like him.
right.
And I know there's a few that are out there that can look like him. So I'll get back to you on that one. But right
Yeah.
now, it's just sad to the way his character ended to being like loose end to where you're like, okay, I want to see more of his story. It's just it's kind of like how what happened with Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah. Yeah.
They were gonna make a Black Panther 2, and then he's gone, and it's like, okay, what now? So
Should have Bose
Chadwick
uh,
Boseman.
sorry, Chadwick Boseman. I'm going to ask you, JJ. Should have Chadwick Boseman have been recast? Do you think?
Um, I I feel like yes, because of the fact that if they decided to recast what was his name, Hurt, the one that played Thunderbolt Thunderbolt Ross,
Right.
with
Yeah.
Harrison Ford, then you could have done it with him.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Now it's too late now. Seems
Good
like they're
example,
gonna
though.
wait.
Good example. Yeah.
It seems
Yeah.
like they're gonna wait to have this young little boy that came out at the end of Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, be the new T'Challa, and it
Yeah. Yeah.
almost looks like him in a certain way.
Yeah.
So let's let him grow up a few more years, and maybe he'll do well. I mean, I was hoping maybe they would have brought back Michael B. Jordan, Killmonger, from another world or whatever, another dimension, multiverse, and actually be a good one and take over the mound as Black
Right.
Panther. But
Right.
that's just something that we all want. I was PCP. I was thinking Liv Shriver, but I mean, yeah, I could see him because he's a little older. I saw,
Yeah,
you know what? Yeah, because he came out in Hard Knocks, the New York Jets, and he has the gray hair. He just needs that scruff, and he'll look exact.
yeah.
Yeah, I agree with PCP. Liv
People,
Schreiber would be
yeah,
great.
people were talking about Liv Schreiber as a new Shalon. Yeah, so um, uh, it's mainly a fan casting that one. I suppose for that. So
Can always do
uh,
it.
well, yeah, he could always do it because he was. I think they're actually bringing Liv Schreiber back as
Sabretooth?
a Sabretooth. Yeah, that's right. In the Deadpool 3 film. So
Yeah.
they could do so that he's in Disney, the Disney World kind of thing. So yeah, why not? Good pick.
Yeah.
Um, but be it Ahsoka again. Let's get back to Ahsoka again. With Shin, that's another loose end. I know it was explained a little bit better, but where she goes from here, we don't know. When holding that lightsaber up with it almost JJ almost looked like those marauders, let's say marauders, right?
Or
Clad in
mercenaries, whatever they are. Yeah.
it almost looked like a mirror image of Sand People, right? The camp of Sand People.
Yeah, like yeah, they had a actually now that you mentioned that they kind of look like a little bit of the Sand People, but also the group from Solo Infinest or whatever they were.
I think I know what you mean vaguely.
Infestnet, something like
Right,
that from
right,
Solo. They were like the gang
right,
that was like you thought they were bad, but they were actually the good. That's what
right.
they kind of remind me as
Oh
well.
yes, yes. Now I know. Yes, yes.
Infestnest, I think it
Yeah,
was. But they
um,
also look like those mercenaries or those scoundrels that came out in Force Awakens that they were taking over the Kanja Club and all those. I don't know if you remember those
right.
when they were in Harrison Ford's ship. That's what they look like as well. But who
Oh
knows?
yes, kind of like the Reavers kind of thing. So
Yeah,
yeah, right. Yeah, but their campsite on when she was holding up the lightsaber, when the surroundings looked like the Sand People's. Here we go. Uh, yeah, you got it right.
yeah, you're
Uh,
right. Thank you,
so,
Popcorn. Yeah, Infest Nest.
sorry.
He got it.
Yeah. It looked like to me. It looked like here we go. Here's a mirror image of the campsite, which was the campsite of the Sand People, like the village, the tents and stuff like that. So
Yeah,
that's what I found quite interesting. So it's not it's similarly, if that's the word, probably not. It's for Shin, it's a loose end. Who knows where she's going to go? Yeah. I did like. I did actually like. What's her name? Um, fuck. Excuse the language. I just swore. Sorry.
the one that
um.
died.
Ah. What's her name? What's her name?
Hey
The witch.
T3, what's going on? Which one?
The witch.
Morgan.
It's Morgan. Yeah, Morgan.
Morgan Lisbeth.
She got her powers for the witches.
Well,
That,
that one I'm disappointed in.
yeah,
I didn't
um,
think she should have died. To be honest,
right,
I thought that was just a waste
right,
of that
yeah,
character.
yeah.
I mean, well, who knows if she really died? Maybe she has
T3,
that power to make her come back. Who knows, right? So
yeah.
she can always come back second season as like the troopers were coming back alive, which was really cool. You know that their corpse was possessed. Maybe her body will get possessed,
Do you know what I
even
was?
though
You
the
know what I was thinking, JJ. Sorry to cut you off. You know what I
what's
was
up?
thinking, JJ? I was going, oh my god, Hasbro, you've just put out an action figure of Morgan Le Fay without a weapon. Now you're gonna have to change it. You're gonna have
Yeah, yeah,
to.
that's true.
Sucks on you, mate.
That is true.
So, as I was laughing at the screen like a madman.
That is true. Yeah. Now they have to put the makeup on and everything, and
Uh,
well, at least they didn't take it out before, because treasures for Trigger. Good day, Pete. JJ popping
yeah,
in to
Phil's
say
gonna
hi. Well, thank you.
Phil's gonna pop in and say good day. So and hello. So, um, uh, yeah. Just to say good day. It's cool. It's cool. So we're talking about if you don't know, we're talking about Ahsoka and PCP T3. God, it almost sounds like a commercial for antiseptic or something like that.
Well, that almost sounds like a droid name for Star Wars. PCP3 T3C.
God.
The
Um,
TCW, the Night Sisters came back. The Clone Wars. Yeah, you see. So PCP is right. In the Clone Wars, the Night Sisters came out
right.
as zombies. So, Morgan, we think she's dead, but her body's
Didn't
not.
I didn't agree with the sounds of the zombie stormtroopers. I thought that was a little bit crazy.
Oh, and all that crap.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going, come on, guys.
Well, I mean, they should have tried T3's new drug, and they could have
um,
stayed quiet, probably.
yeah,
I don't know, but yeah,
yeah,
you're right. I mean, I didn't like the
mm,
whole I mean, I didn't mind when they got, like, when Sabine shot that dark trooper, death trooper, or in the face, and then it started like that. That was okay,
yeah,
you know. But
yeah.
that's gonna be great now that we know that those are like uh coffins of troopers, that they're gonna bring them back alive for maybe the Mandalorian movie, which we're looking at an heir to the Empire kind of movie. So
Let's hope. Yeah, let's hope so, right? I mean, let's say a speculation if we're going to get a season 2 of Ahsoka, and let's hope we are, because it'll tie up loose ends, and we'll let's see let everybody have a sigh of relief, saying that okay, this is where Balon's going, with a different casting of an actor for Balon. All right, so and let's see where he's going. Let's see where Shin's going. Let's see uh, if Ezra's going to try and get Ahsoka and Sabine back to the other galaxy, because that's so. Um, that's the main question. Is for me. I'll reiterate it: is loose ends need to be all sorted up. That's me anyway. It's my opinion. So
yeah,
um,
I'm just not very fond of the character of Shin. I guess maybe because they didn't utilize her very well, or as much. So hopefully she gets a bigger push in season 2, if there is one.
yeah, true.
Honestly, the whole thing about you saying that Ezra will go back to look for Ahsoka and Sabine, I don't think is gonna happen. I have a feeling Balin's gonna find, knowing where he's going, he's gonna find the whole what is it called? Between Two Worlds, or whatever it is.
Right. Yeah. Oh yeah, I didn't realize that. Yeah.
And maybe Sabine and Ahsoka are gonna follow him and be like, something's going on. I confuse, because even Sabine felt something, which I wanted to talk to you about that. How do you feel about now that we see that she has force powers?
Yeah. I got to agree with the consensus on Sabine's getting her
Hey,
force.
Scott Crusher.
Scott, how are you, mate? Uh, Getting her powers that quickly doesn't really compute with me. She didn't really have that much training, to be honest with you. I
That
mean,
we know of.
But there is again arguments of saying that only Luke Skywalker only got 10 minutes training from Yoda. So,
Was the same thing. Well, they're kind of doing
mm,
Sabine kind of like if they did Rey Skywalker, where she's already like doing things without even getting trained, But
yeah,
again, Sabine was an apprentice and was getting training, but just decided to stop for a while because she didn't believe in herself. So I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's like now she believes in herself, and it's like, okay, I got force powers, you know.
Mm.
So,
Um,
but you know, it's always been told by King and Jarrus that he has a feeling about her. So who knows?
well, you never know. Pop culture in plastic. Probably get a lot of action figures off Ahsoka, so that's probably a good thing.
I want an action figure, those
Um,
new aliens, those snail looking ones. Yeah, those were pretty cool.
yeah.
I can dig those. I mean, they're better than porgs, I'll tell you that. You know,
Anything's
anything's better than porg, right?
same
The only
wavelength.
time
Yeah, yeah. So
a good porg is a fried porg. That's what I
so,
say.
yeah.
I like what T3 said. JJ is Ezra, or is Ezra JJ? It's like somebody else told me that. I'm like, huh.
Well, you could be JJ. Yeah, could be.
Well, you know what? I was thinking about it. I could buy. I do have the Ezra Ahsoka figure. I just bought them, and I was thinking, well, I can always customize my own selfie without paying the $100 from the Hasbro. So
Yeah, you could. You could do. It's kind of, to be quite honest with you, JJ. I mean, that Ezra figure is horrible. I gotta say. Um.
you know, not everybody's perfect, PG. Okay, I'm
um,
kidding. I'm kidding, PG.
um,
So, what did you think about seeing Thrawn and the Great Mothers heading the Dathomir?
yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I didn't really think much of it. I just said, "Oh, Dathomir." That's a bad. That's that's
I was
um
kind of excited about it just because we get to see Dathomir, um, you know, in person, in live action now, you know, and
yeah.
we get to see more of that going
I
on
guess.
with the Great Mothers.
I guess, but thing is that is it going to bring Cal Kestis into the fray? So, um,
Cal Kestis, you think
yeah.
they'll do it though?
Well, the like you said, Dathomir is now in canon with the real, the Star Wars, uh, let's say, real life universe, right?
Live
So,
action, yeah.
live action, right? That's where I was heading. Maybe Cal Kestis will come into live action because of now Deathmere. So who knows? Um,
I mean,
I'm just
the kid, they can always get that kid to. I mean, he's a very good actor. I mean, he came
yeah,
out in Gotham and it was really
yeah.
good. So yeah, I mean, I can see, but I want him in a poncho.
Ooh, JJ wants him in a poncho.
Yeah, well, you never saw that. You never saw that Star Wars Celebration where he comes out. He goes, "Dude, we're not gonna do this." He goes, "We're not gonna do last what is it, Jedi Survivor?" He goes, "What's up with the poncho? We need the damn poncho back." He was just complaining about the poncho the whole time. Spidey, what's going on, Spidey? How you doing? Glad that you
And
can show up, brother. Thank you
how's it
for
going,
the
dude?
support.
How's it going, mate? Welcome.
He got off his live a few minutes ago. I don't know if he got tired, uh, but he was on for a good while on his live and whatnot. So, which one of the
Welcome.
things I was gonna say is one of my goals is PG
Oh,
is when
excuse
I get
me.
the channel back up running
Yeah.
is that I want to have Spidey move and I want to have all these other whatnotters, I guess you can say, or whatnot
What
crew
notters?
or
What notters?
community whatnotters. You're a whatnotter, Spidey and T3.
Yeah.
No, the whatnot.
Don't get that mixed up. Don't get that mixed up with another vowel. What nutters? Okay. That's not
Whatnotters.
good. Yeah. So yeah.
No, just the whatnot community to be a part of the YouTube community and the YouTube to the whatnot community. So we can show that. I mean, because there's a lot of people out there that love the same thing we love in whatnot, and
Right.
it's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I like to, you know, but I get going back to what we're talking about. Yeah, now that we're seeing that Thrawn's back, and maybe we'll have a season 2 of Ahsoka. Do you think with the movie coming up, of course, because we need Ahsoka and Sabine back, you think we'll see maybe Luke coming back?
It wouldn't surprise me. Um, uh, if we're still in that timeline, which I think we are. I mean, he's still hunting for uh, uh, force sensitives, right? Who've
Yeah,
so I guess it would be. I mean, Ahsoka still knows Luke, so maybe there is a possibility. But it's remember. I guess we've got to remember it's heading to the New Republic era. So
which we did
depending,
have Luke in the New Republic era, if you
yeah.
think about it.
So I
And
mean,
it'll be cool because right now Thrawn thinks the only thing, well, not that Thrawn fears, but that learning from his lesson is that he has something about him worries him about Ahsoka because of Anakin Skywalker, since he knows Anakin was Darth Vader. But I don't think he realizes that Anakin had a son, and of course a daughter. But once he realizes, like, Luke Skywalker, like, oh shiz, is this the son of Anakin? Okay, now I'm screwed. I think I should have stayed back at that lost world.
yeah, it's. I guess we have to see, because I know that in the comic books, I think in the Chronicles, that Luke Skywalker was again looking for force sensitives who ran off. Right? I mean, Kelleran, was it Kelleran Beck? Right? So, uh, uh, who rescued Grogu? We might see him again.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
so,
I don't think
um,
so. I think we're just
um,
gonna see him in a flashback, and I think
yeah.
he sacrificed his life.
So,
I don't
uh,
think we're gonna see Jar Jar version 2.0.
Uh, but thing is that with Luke, he's got a big storyline apart from Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, and he's got Ahsoka. You saw that in live action. He was
Yeah,
training Grogu, but he was also looking. He was also looking for again force sensitives. Even in games, right? Even in the games, he was looking for force sensitives and the
yeah,
Holo Chronicles that got lost and stuff like that. So
yeah,
bring that
yeah.
into live action with Dave Filoni, and then it'll be it'll be gorgeous. It's a kind of
Shit, it'll be wonderful. I mean,
mm,
I mean, I mean, I have honestly, I haven't really been disappointed with any. Okay, I may be lying, but I'm not lying. I did enjoy Andor a little bit more now, but I haven't finished it. But honestly, like every Star Wars TV show I've enjoyed. I have. I mean, even Book of Boba Fett, and it'd be great. I know that people want original Boba Fett, but it ain't gonna happen anymore. But I like to see Boba Fett join the fight, and then be like, fighting against Thrawn, and then him and Luke bump into each other, like, oh, it's you, oh, it's you. It's like,
yeah,
welcome back
yeah.
from the Sarlacc pit. It's like, yeah, thanks to you. All right, let's get back to work or some crap like that.
That'd be amazing. That'd be absolutely amazing. I think people would be gobsmacked about that. So um, to have old Boba Fett kind of say,
Yeah,
have
I like what pop
Luke, So um,
I like what pop culture said.
thanks C3.
The next one.
Yep. Balin will probably attack the Jedi Temple. Luke started, and the what? Can read that.
Says
Luke.
that Luke started and the Night Sisters will try to corrupt the
There we go.
students, hence Knights of Ren. So
I think
so
Grant.
PCP, You don't think it's so? You think that Balin is the one that gets, because that'll be, so you think he's gonna jump into the future or something? Because remember that happens later on, like later on with Kylo Ren, you know, supposedly destroying the temple. We don't know that. I mean, it's said that he has, but we were not too sure. I really don't think Balin is looking for Luke. I honestly don't. I think he's looking for something else. I
Yeah, I
honestly
think he's
feel that
yeah,
Balin is trying to get more powerful um to destroy what's his name, Thrawn. I think he has something
yeah,
against Thrawn because even Thrawn didn't trust him.
yeah. I
So
mean, I think you're right there because I mean there have been inklings and storylines that Balon that I hear from other YouTubers and right, but of his character going to that. That's where he was standing. That's where he was standing because he was standing next to the all father, right? Let's say
the
that.
father on the finger.
So, yeah, and the son and the daughter, because the daughter didn't have any powers, right? The Jedi
No.
didn't have, right, but she became a demonized Sith because um, she fell into something, or she, I don't know, I don't know where my terminology is going, but she fell into the Sith or something like that, or something happened and she became demonized and she became a real demon Sith kind of character, right?
So
And
so what
that's
you're
what
saying is that,
Balin's seeking. Balon's seeking more power. You're right, more power
yeah.
to overthrow Thrawn. So yeah, um,
So you're thinking that the daughter, or the, was it the daughter?
yeah, was the daughter.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you think
yeah,
the daughter that became a demonized Sith is actually Abeloth, that
that's the
everybody's
one.
been saying?
Yes, that's the one. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. So, um, I did hear that on Star Wars Meg, right? So that was it.
Yeah.
That's I do watch Star Wars Meg, and she's so
So you actually think they're gonna canonize Abeloth?
I hope so. Be quite good actually canonize the
Because if that's the point, then you don't need no damn Thrawn as the enemy. Then
so um but still there is an overthrowing power that you've got to defeat an overthrowing power to get more power, right? So I mean
we'll find out.
the Emperor said that to Darth Vader, right? So
Hmm.
you know, um, I mean, Darth Vader could act accordingly, struck Palpatine down, killed him, and had more power, but
Yeah,
he didn't, right? So that's what Palpatine said to Luke. If you strike me down, right?
you'll be more
Uh,
powerful than,
More
yeah, because
powerful.
the, yeah,
So
you
uh,
like your father
yeah,
are now mine.
very good. So, uh, but yeah, that's the way it goes, right? So it's just except for Jedi, of course, right? But in Sith, I think in Sith lore, that I'm only speculating because I'm not, but I think quote me if I'm wrong here, JJ, or in the comments that Sith have this uh, belief that you got like the Padawan, you got one, and you got the master, right? And then
Talking
master and
about the
the
rule of two.
rule of two, right? But the thing is that the rule of two could be the rule of one. Right? You can overthrow
Yeah,
that person or that Sith, right? So
yeah.
Darth Malgus and Palpatine, right? So that story, what he told, right? Anakin when he was sitting down,
Oh,
right?
you mean Plagueis?
Yeah, Plagueis the wise, that's right, and
Yeah.
struck him down. So the rule of two could come the rule of one, and then the rule of two again could be rule of one. So if you get that cancellation out, so I don't know.
Yeah, but
Um,
they never really followed the rule of two. I mean, Plagueis had
no,
already what, like two or three freaking apprentices out there before he made Palpatine his one and only Sith
yeah,
apprentice,
yeah,
and of course he killed him. But Yeah, it's gonna be very, very interesting. I just can't wait. I know that they haven't mentioned anything else in the pipeline for anything else. I know Andor's supposed to come with a second season as well.
Yes, yes.
Um,
Looking forward
that
to that.
which it's great because people enjoyed the first season, but a lot of people are gonna be like, "Oh man, I still want to know what's happening in the era after Return of the Jedi." I don't want. A
Yeah,
lot of people don't want to know what happened before New Hope. I think already with the Clone Wars and with Revenge of the Sith and Rebels, it's already kind of like it's done deal, which I don't think so. I think there's a lot more, even with Andor, coming up to par. But yeah, it's just going from what's happening with this show going happening after Return of the Jedi and going back to Andor is kind of like, oh man, we're gonna have to wait another more, to see what happens. Which hopefully it's good. I mean, it just sucks that a lot of people are like a lot of people didn't care for Ahsoka, and I'm just like, what guys? What more do you want? I mean, I know there's some stuff on there. Like I know that a lot of people are not kind of like excited about the whole Sabine Wren being a force wheeler, which I mean, again, it was said in Rebels that Kanan Jarrus had a feeling about her having force powers, which okay, cool. But there was other things going on there that it's like, okay, wow, we have Thrawn finally, Um, it just we can see that the Empire hasn't fallen yet. Now that we have Thrawn coming back, or is back now in the galaxy, in this closer
yeah.
galaxy.
But the thing is, yeah, the thing is
We
that
don't know. We
yeah,
don't know if Moff Tark, not Moff Tark, Moff Gideon is really dead. We don't know if that was a clone or not.
true, true, because he had a moustache, didn't he? And the clone didn't.
Hmm.
Guy didn't. The real Moff Gideon didn't. So there we go.
Yeah,
I like Ahsoka a lot, and I'm just a casual Star Wars fan. Yeah.
exactly, bro. Exactly. I know a lot
Uh,
of people had a diss a lot of things. I really don't care. Like a lot of people hated Book of Boba Fett. I liked it. I didn't care if he wasn't Boba Fett, but to me, I just love the way it went. Adding the Mando to it, and all that stuff was great. And I think if tomorrow comes back, I think he'll do justice.
I think is that what gets people riled with that was, I think the storylines on the later episodes fell down. Right, the storytelling was lacking. All right, so that's where I think, for me, my opinion, it was lacking. It was the storylines just
The
fell over.
storyline might have lacked a little bit, but I still enjoyed them. I
So
was still happy. It's Star Wars
um,
shit. I mean,
yeah, uh, uh,
okay, let's go back. Let's go back. Let's say Lucasfilm didn't even sell Star Wars to Disney. Okay, let's say they didn't sell it. Lucas decided he didn't want to do anymore. Look at all the stuff that we've seen now of Star Wars that we would have not seen, whether you like it or not. We'd be missing out on a lot of stuff. So
JJ's
we should
getting
be great.
mad.
Hey, we should be getting grateful. All right. I can feel your anger. Makes you focus. Makes y'all all focus.
T3 JJ's getting mad at me because I'm spitting tax at Star
No,
Wars.
I'm not getting mad. I'm just saying, like I think we should have less complaining and more enjoyment out of it. I mean, I just I don't know. I get that people go into detail with shows and the movies.
Okay,
I
I
personally
see.
don't. I
I
I
see where you're
personally
heading.
don't.
I
I
see where
personally
you're
don't because
heading.
I'm not a damn critic. First off, and I don't want to go in there listening to somebody or saying, "Oh, this movie sucked," and then I'm gonna go in there and watch it, and I'm like, wasn't bad at
Yeah,
all. Like
I,
a lot of people didn't like Rise of Skywalker. I
I see it
enjoyed
now.
it.
Yeah, I see it now. I see where you're heading. Yeah, it was too many analysts in the kitchen, right? So kind of deal.
Too
I see where
many
you're going.
Jedi.
I see where you're going. I think, yeah, I think I think a lot of Star Wars fans, even you know, even some of the casual fans have uh, the lack of I'll sit down and watch it just for the enjoyment out of it, and then they turn around and including me, I'll include myself in that. So they will see something wrong in it, or they will nitpick at it too much. So I see where you are. See, it does get a lot frustrating. Yes, so I do see where you are. So I agree with you on that. So
Well, thank
um,
you.
yeah,
It's just everybody's entitled to their opinion. Okay, I
yeah.
get that. You know, but it's like okay, what right now what T3 says. I agree with JJ. The Marvel fans are becoming the way of the Star Wars fans. Just be happy we are getting the experience this now because as kids we dreamt all this and hoped it would happen. Here's a good example. And T3 and his podcast with this gentleman named Tyler talked about it. There's a Star Wars movie that to me was exactly like the Eternals that nobody gave a shit about. Okay. Now they're saying that everybody's going back and watching Eternals, whether they're watching it the first time, second, or third. Now they're starting to enjoy Eternals more. And T3 couldn't agree with me on that because he even said Solo. Nobody gave Solo a Star Wars story a chance. Didn't make enough money. Okay,
I like Solo though.
fine. Exactly. People are coming back and saying, I don't have nothing else to watch. I'll watch it. And people are in love with it now. I've told people this is gonna be your Empire Strikes Back. People didn't like Empire Strikes back in the 80s. People started loving Empire Strikes Back later on.
Loved it. I loved it when I was in the 80s. It was my favorite film.
I loved all of them, and I still love all of them. And that's the thing that people need to stop and think like, okay, if other people might not like it, hey, just let them, let them decide their opinion. You watch it without even going in there with intentions of negativity or positivity. Ignore all the rest and then just watch the show and see what you think. People
Well,
dissed Solo.
I did watch the
I
show.
didn't.
Okay, I did watch the show, but you got to allow me to actually have one little or two little nitpicks because I did see
And
loose
there's not
ends. I did
okay,
see
and
loose
there's nothing
ends in the
wrong.
show. So
And there's
uh,
nothing wrong with little loose picks. I even told you. I even told you there was a loose pick. I didn't like that. I didn't
uh,
like that
yeah,
Morgan died.
yeah,
But again,
yeah,
we don't know if she's dead. Okay, so
uh,
I could see that. Like a good example,
yeah.
Last Jedi, one of my least favorite Star Wars ones because the nitpick was Luke being a little bitch. That's not my Luke. Okay, that's not my Luke. Luke is not a
Yes,
bitch. Okay,
yes.
but
I do agree with that
eventually,
too. I do agree with that.
okay, so there's my little nitpick. Does that mean I hate that movie?
No,
No, I
no.
enjoy it.
I know where you're coming from. I exactly know where you're coming from. We
Thank
don't
you.
have we don't have to actually crucify a film, right?
There you go.
To the essence and the state of saying I fucking hate that film. Why? Why can't you go into a film and say, hell, this is a really good film. I'm really enjoying this, and have slight nitpicks at it, right? Okay, because that's where we are. We're just only human. So I get what you're saying. I absolutely get what you're saying. It's brilliant. I reckon that's what you're saying is great. Go into a film and enjoy it for the sake of enjoyment. Okay, okay,
Yeah.
and
Hi,
that's great.
Linda. Okay,
So
we gotta. Not Linda's here. We gotta stop
no,
now.
no, yeah.
Because not to get you guys off
Bye,
track, I use
bye,
the Eternals
bye.
as an example.
Good night from
Listen, good
Jake
night.
Gyllenhaal.
No, no, just kidding, Linda.
um,
Eternals, an example how people now are realizing how good a film it is, and how it connects to a bigger story. I said it from day one that people would. Yes, and you're right. Now, granted, I never hated that movie, Eternals. I was bored of it because I just felt like it was too long. Not that I did not enjoy it, but I mean, it was still good, like the way it went. I know it's gonna have some bigger things to it, which I'm glad for that they brought it in. because to me it was kind of odd how they brought Eternals after the whole decimation and flip, the bleep. I'm sorry, and
Yeah.
I'm like, well, they're Eternals. I mean, they're ones that would want to fight Thanos, but then the way they said it, well, we can intervene with human
Yeah.
stuff. Okay,
Yeah.
the reason why the Celestial didn't come out of power was because half of the pure population, including animals and animals and stuff, were gone. That delayed the Celestial, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. Stuff like that I like. Seeing new characters come out, like Jon Snow being Black Knight, which I'm hoping to see him later on even more. That I enjoy. I guess I'll give Harry Styles some credit for being Thanos' brother. Screw that damn goat guy. That CGI was crap, man. They got to do better on that CGI, man. That was bullshit. I'm sorry. Excuse my language. Even bullshit looks better than that crappy CGI. Damn.
Yeah. I mean,
I think
I
that's
do.
my only nitpick with Eternals is that two nitpicks. I felt it was too long and it kind of dragged a little bit, just a little bit. T3, just a little bit, and then that damn thing that came out with Star Fox or whatever his name. Star Fox. I mean, what's his name? Star. I guess it is Star Fox. I don't know.
It's Star Fox, isn't it? It's Star Fox.
Is it?
Star
Damn,
Fox.
they're trademark on Nintendo. Shoot. Yeah, so I think Morgan dead. The grandmother said so. Yeah, well, maybe Morgan's dead, the soul, but we don't know about the body yet.
T3, what are you saying, T3? No, you're right. It has a lull.
Star Fox. Yeah, I was right.
Star Fox. Thing is with Eternals that I did like She-Hulk explaining the big elemental with that. So that's
The
great.
Celestial.
So
The Celestial, you mean?
Yeah, Celestial. I mean,
Tatu. Tamatu. I think what was it? T3 Tamatu, something like that.
Yeah, when she throws it right into the earth, right? So, at least She-Hulk actually didn't ignore it, and put it on a news thing on that. That's what I liked, right? At least someone acknowledged in the MCU timeline that it's there on Earth or our Earth. So that's great. So I did actually enjoy that aspect of it.
But didn't somebody else talk about it too, real quick?
Yeah.
They said a hand coming out of the ocean, and it's like, huh?
Yeah. What's this? I've watched about 40 minutes of Eternals, 2 by 20 minutes. I fell asleep both times. Okay. Oh, hi, Payne's Toy Sample.
Hi, how you doing? Thanks for joining us.
Cool, welcome.
So, well, I guess now that we're kind of like going from Star Wars to Marvel, do you want to jump in and do spoilers for Loki?
Loki, yay! Spoiler alert. JJ and I. Yes,
I am Tiamat. Is that Tiamat?
Yeah. So
I'm sorry, I'm Hispanic. That looks like Tiamat. T3 knows what I'm talking about. Tiamat.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Loki was brilliant. Oh my god, Loki came out the gate and just kind of kicked ass for the second season. Just
very happy.
Yeah, brilliant. I loved it.
I wish we can binge watch it. That's all I was like, God damn it, Disney. You have to make us wait another damn limited power.
Comedy was great. Comedy was great and its essence. The drama was great and its essence. Action was great. It was just fantastic. It threw the through line for the first series to the second season, first episode, just brilliant. Oh, just brilliant. So seamlessly. Let's face it, seamlessly went well. So,
Oh yeah,
uh,
I like when he was having those time slips and he was going back and talking to Short Round, and then Short Round's like, "Wait a minute, I do have one." And it's like, "Are you talking to him right now?"
yeah, I
What
mean,
was that guy's name? Like that.
how they brought Ki Kwan in it. Really good
Yes,
character. And and having that joke of not seeing Mobius, right?
oh yeah, like for
For,
something amount of
for
years, yeah.
400 years, for 400 years, and remembers them. Just brilliantly funny.
There's
It
nobody
was
else, just
great.
me.
Yeah. I do like the time
Yeah.
slips. Like you're right, you're absolutely right. Time slips was really good. Him, Loki coming in and out, right? And explaining that episode was just brilliant, right? It didn't have to
Hmm.
go. It didn't have to go anywhere. It just had to explain where Loki was coming in and out, right, of the past and the future. It was just brilliant. So,
Yeah, past, present, future. That
yeah,
was really good. I loved I loved hearing Jonathan Major's voice on that recorder. That was
yeah,
awesome. Seeing
yeah.
all the Kang,
Oh,
uh,
the mural was it
the
the
murals. There you go. Yeah, the
yeah
murals, the
yeah
statues. That was awesome.
statues
I hope
yeah
hope we
um
see more of that.
and how Loki came back from the part from the future back to where he Mobius knew
The
him,
present.
and
Yeah,
he used the staff, right, to actually say, this is what Kang is wanting you to not see,
the
and then he
prune staff. Yeah,
pruned staff, and he pruned it, and you can see all the statues again. Just brilliant, absolutely fantastic.
brilliant. Yes,
So
it was awesome,
uh,
and that how
I couldn't get over how the explanation was great. It was just seamless, JJ. It's absolutely seamless. The explanation of the whole timelines and the strands were just brilliant in that one episode. Brilliant. So,
oh, I
um,
mean, and then they wanted to prune those timelines,
yeah,
which they were
it's,
like, no, we can't do that. We got to be free. But at the same time, they don't know being free is setting something else out there, which is the Kang. So
yeah,
you
yeah.
know, I do you think I forgot what he called it, but what Short Round was talking about were that Loki had to prune himself and Morbius had to
Oh,
go
yeah,
outside in the whatever that
yeah.
thing is. Do you think that thing is kind of like what Kang in Ant-Man 3 had, which was the little core or whatever it was? Because it almost looked exactly like that thing from Ant-Man 3 or Ant-Man Quantumania. Let me just say it that way.
I don't know. It could be. I'm only guessing. I've seen Ant Man Quantum Mania, but it kind of it's a fleeting memory. But I do
What?
actually um I do actually I see where you're going. I need coffee with it.
Well, I mean,
I
because
think so.
time and
I think his explanation was this is how you're going to have to do it, because if you don't, you know, um, uh, basically we're all doomed, and you're doomed, right? So,
yeah.
um, uh, and you have to prune yourself, which he wasn't too happy with, right? So, um,
But did he prune himself? It didn't look like he pruned himself. It looked like
well, he
somebody
did.
did it for him.
He pruned himself, but then he kind of kicked back into where he was supposed to be. Remember
Okay.
when? Sorry, I'm going to spoil because this was near to the end, right? When he saw Lady Loki
Yeah.
open
Sylvie.
the yeah, Sophie opened the elevator doors, and so, oh, that's where you've been. And so somebody, either him pruned himself or somebody pruned him, and he zapped back where Mobius was, right, and and tackled him back into the safe place, right.
Yeah.
So,
Because when you look at it, when he was getting pruned, it looked like his hands were out to where he couldn't be. Like he was like, ah.
Yeah.
Night,
Yeah.
gents. Heading to sleep. Love listening to you guys when you do
Yeah.
these lives. Thank you, T3.
Thanks, T3. Awesome.
Have a good night, brother.
Have a good night. Everybody is more. All you guys are welcome. You know that. So thanks, T3. Yeah. Loki. Yes, Loki. I can't. I just couldn't get over how exceptionally it was explained. And that's the first episode.
Yeah, as long as it keeps on going like that, I think it's gonna do well. I mean, I know that this is actually like I tell people, it is season 2 and it is the season finale of Loki.
Yeah.
Or the series finale. I'm sorry, series finale, because they said they were only gonna do 2 seasons and that was it.
But I think the explanation of Loki having to do this, right, just to actually correct the timelines or the sporadicness of all these timelines is quite cumbersome, but quite well explained, if you get what I mean. So
yeah, I get what you mean.
So I think that now, seeing the trailers of this, he's going to go with Mobius and pick up Sophie and trying to correct all these timelines that
they're gonna pick up who?
Sophie, because Sophie was in the trailer.
Sylvie.
Right?
Sylvie.
Sorry, so Sophie.
Sophie. Like, who's Sophie?
The horse, Sophie. Pick up Sophie. So he's gonna pick up Sophie, and he's gonna pick up Debbie, and then they're gonna go do Dallas. There we go. Debbie does Dallas, so it's a bad fun.
Well, also we'll be seeing some Renslayer as well, because she has a lot to do with Kang. You know, of course, that's Kang's love or whatever. So we'll see how that goes.
Quite looking forward to the episode of them finding out that, I think they did, but them finding out she was a school teacher and she has no recollection because she's a variant. She's a variant.
Yeah,
so
she's a variant.
No recollection. So quite looking forward to that. So I guess.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say that I'm looking forward to the episode when they find this Victor Timely guy.
Yeah,
which
same.
is a Kang variant.
Same. I'm hoping that's going to be episode 2 in season 2. So, because remember when Loki got out of the gate with Mobius with the door, right? He says that it feels like they're off for a hunt. I just felt it really good, a really good kickstart off for season 2, season finale.
Yeah.
Loki. I think for me it was good acting, right away. It's I think they took their time for getting this as well. It's not rushed at all.
No, it was perfect.
Very intricate scripting wise to actually have all that exposition, but all that exposition was told correctly and funny as well, with humor, with Ki Kon, as the actor. Good casting, by the way, right? And just the explanation, the explanation of the whole episode was great. So
yeah, what I liked is that you didn't have none of that crap, like the whole where he, that example in episode 1 with the time stones. Oh, but yeah, we use them as paperweights. Like, that I couldn't stand that. I mean, I get what they're doing, because there's no like the TVA is different from compared to everything else, but I just thought that was pretty dumb. But anyways, yeah, the way they did it, which I was thinking, that him and Mobius go and find Victor Timely in the 31st century. I'm wondering, did it actually work? Or did also, since he came out of it, he still has the time slip, and then Of course, Short Round wasn't right about his theory, and also now Mobius has time slip or time slipping, or now Loki can actually bring Mobius to time slipping as well to go find Victor Timely. That's what I'm wondering, because there is that one part that we saw where they're all dressed up different, and they're like,
Oh
that's
yeah,
him, you know.
yeah.
And I mean, and that's the 31st century, so
He's the first one
I
though, isn't he? He's the first variant of Kang, isn't he? So he's.
yes, yes.
I think he's supposed to be the first good uh, Kang, right? So I think what they're going for is that
Well, I
this
mean,
first Kang is going to help them, right? So, because
you can say that He Who Remains wasn't bad, but
yeah, so
according to them,
well,
he
he was
was.
misunderstood. I think he was
Yeah,
misunderstood, wasn't he? So,
yeah.
by Sylvie, not Sophie, he was misunderstood by Sylvie. So that's what kind of, and that's what kind of broke the
He
branches off.
came to kill the devil.
um, uh, yeah, I just loved it. I just loved it. I got to say,
I agree with you 100%. I have no
mm,
complaints about it. No little nitpicks or anything. I thought it was great to start out. I'm glad because I thought I didn't they say they were going to bring it out a little later in October, but now they brought it like
yeah,
maybe a week or two early. I'm glad they did that. Um, my it's going to excite me a little more to see what happens, because once Loki ends, I think either that week or the following week we have the Marvels. So it kind of excites me for the Marvels. Hopefully it goes well. See, whoever's honking is agreeing with me too. So
yeah, so,
so yeah, like Loki's gonna get me excited for the Marvels, which I'm not saying I was never excited for it. I did enjoy the first Captain Marvel, but now that we're getting some kind of Marvel thing back, and I'm hoping that all episodes are like this episode, I think we're heading in the right direction with Marvel, and hopefully it'll be great.
it's
You
supposed to
know,
be Marvels is supposed to be a shorter film than most of the
well, they made
uh,
it shorter, yeah.
so um, so that's a factor, I suppose. Uh,
Could be
I'm
good or bad.
I'm kind of I'm kind of looking forward to it because I think that Kamala Khan actress is just brilliantly funny. So
Yeah,
that
without
will
even trying.
so yeah exactly. And that'll make it for me. I think. Uh, I've got to be
And I've said this
honest.
before. I hope we see a Kamala Kang. That'd be great.
Yeah. And I'm with T3 on this. I'm a bit of a Brie Larson fan, to be quite honest with you.
A
So,
what?
I'm a Brie Larson fan a wee bit. So yeah. Uh, uh, I'm a Brie Larson fan. I'm a Brie Larson
Yeah, I
fan.
heard you. You're a Brie Larson fan.
If you haven't checked out Brie Larson in The Room or her movie, Oscar-winning movie, do, because it's just brilliant. So that's what I'm saying. So, and that was before she started out in Marvel films. So there you go.
I prefer Wonder Woman, but okay.
No, it's Loki, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Yeah, like you said, hopefully it will go the way of the first episode and really be good. That's what I'm saying.
I hope so.
That's a strong thing.
I agree with you there, Linda. I'm just kidding. Yeah, it's gonna be on Fridays for you guys, right? And then Thursday for us.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
I'm gonna
It's
have to
really,
time slip. I'm gonna have to time slip to your time zone and then come back and be like, I know what happens in season and episode 2.
yeah. Yeah. I tell you what,
Yeah.
mate. I mean, when we were getting Ahsoka before you did, I guess we weren't because a lot of America was getting Ahsoka quite in the wee small hours of the morning, so people would stay up. So
I can't
so,
do that. I know a lot of the YouTubers, like Star Wars Theory, all of them, they
mm,
can stay up for their time. Like, I mean, oh heck no. I mean, I had to wait till 2 o'clock a.m. to watch Mandalorian when it was first coming around. Those times, I'm like, no, I can't do that. I have work the next day, and I'm just like, no. And then I wanted to see
yeah.
these watch parties, and I'm just like, nah, hell no, I'm going to sleep. I can't do this, not anymore.
I think
My times are
uh,
for staying up late to wait. I mean, I used to do it when movies would come out at 12 midnight, you know, and you would wait in line. I'd be one of those that I'd wait at 6 p.m. till midnight, be the first in line, and that line gets longer and longer. And I used to do that. Now, hell no, not even TV. I can't do it anymore. I'm just like, this Sith needs to rest.
I want to pose a question to Linda. If you're unsubscribing to me, haha, you mean you're going to unsubscribe to T3 as well? Which he won't be pleased because he's a Brie Larson fan as well. So it's just saying. I'm just saying. So, see what she says. See what she says. Um. Yeah. It's.
Hey
Uh.
Linda, I'm a Brie fan. Brie gone. Brie gone. That's the kind of fan I am. Brie gone. Let the breeze take you away, Larson. That's how I am. The hell with her. I mean, at
Joey.
least she's not. At least she's not like Rachel Ziegler in a certain way.
Oh
You
yeah.
know that.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm
It's
kind
not
of glad. I
wrong. Yeah.
mean, I'll give her props for that, but other than that, yeah,
What's he say?
it's
Brie
a
Larson.
man hating POS.
Okay. All right. Okay.
And you
I have
guys want to
no
still
problem.
love it. Oh well, she ain't gonna. You'll have no problem, but she'll have a problem with you.
Okay. Well, yeah. So Loki. Loki was brilliant. So gearing up for Marvels as well. So um, gonna say this. I mean, Disney is still in a mess. I gotta say, it's a
Yeah, I don't care
whole.
about Disney anymore. The hell with them. I
Well,
just
not a
care
lot of
about
people
the.
have been really, have they? I mean, they're still picketing. I know SAG actors are still picketing. WAG has gone back. Writers of America have gone back. Some of them gone back,
Yeah,
right?
you still got
Uh,
some actors. Now I'm hearing now you got voice actors and gaming actors now on strike too, and I'm like,
yeah,
wow, that
yeah,
I've never.
yeah,
That's the first I hear that.
yeah.
I'm like, okay,
Because the SAG actors actually um, petitioned because they weren't getting what they wanted either. So
no, and
um,
I understand that, but like I get it. I get it for these voice actors and these game actors. They do a lot of work to put their movements and everything into like a game to not get paid anything. I mean, yeah, I get it. I mean, especially if you're gonna do it like a game like The Last of Us or like these what like these what are those kind of games like those action type of well
you mean
storytelling kind of.
Uncharted games and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah. Like those storytelling games. I mean, they
Yeah.
put a lot of work into them, and it's no joke. I mean,
Um,
uh, I don't know. I don't know if I think they. Well, I know Ziegler has been more than blacklisted. I mean, she's bleh.
well,
Larson. I think
yeah.
she has been, and that's why she's no longer gonna be playing Captain Marvel anymore. But
Who's that?
I mean,
Um,
Brie Larson. Because Linda's saying hasn't Larson and Ziegler been blacklisted now? I'm like, I think she has been because I think this is her last movie for Captain Marvel.
oh, actually, this news on me. I think Ziegler was blacklisted because she was kicking up stink even when she was on the picket lines for SAG. I think that was the
Man,
last.
that little girl needs just a wake up call. That's
I
all.
think I think that was the last straw for Ziegler because she was complaining because she had to sit the costume for hours and he got pay me $1,000 an hour or something like that. So because I had to sit in the costume for ages. But
Well, I mean, you're gonna wear that costume when you're trying to take the role. I mean, it's stupid.
um, I don't think the rumors are true. I'm sorry to say this. This is my speculation, and I don't think Brie Larson has actually said anything. Nothing's been in the news about it, or pundits hasn't said anything. So
I thought that was
uh,
in the news a long time ago about her no longer playing. You know,
uh, I
I'm not
mean,
sure.
that's her decision, though. I mean, a lot of actors have said that. Like RDJ has actually said that. Well, this is. I don't think I'll come back and play um, Iron Man again. Um, so I don't think he was sledging MCU. Chris Evans has come out and said something that about Captain America, but he wasn't sledging
Yeah.
to the that he wasn't going to be playing Captain America again. Um, I've got to admit, JJ, that barring Ziegler, right? Okay,
Hmm.
I think some actors have been taken out of context on
Yeah.
some of the stuff that they've been saying, which uh, I don't think they've been blacklisted. I just think they've been taken out of context. That was Ziegler. Uh, she sledged the film that she was in and the production company she was um, promoting for the film.
Yeah.
So that's a blacklist through and through, right? No
Oh
one's going
yeah,
to
I agree.
no one's going to employ her again for a film, and if they do, they're freaking mad, right? Because hates
Well, I mean,
she
it
hates everything.
depends.
So she hates
She
everything.
does,
And so
but she's
um,
young. She's young and dumb and
yeah,
stupid and whatever else you
yeah,
want to call her. But
yeah,
there people grow up and maybe she'll get that opportunity. I mean, there's many people who've made mistakes. RDJ's one of them, and now he's loved. Now I know he didn't do what Ziggler did, but still, it could have cost him his career.
yeah.
And
Well, yeah, right. You're right. But
I
he
mean, but I don't know.
to say RDJ is in the same ballpark, I don't think so because
Nah.
he said something on interview. He was talking about his dealings with drugs and alcohol and all the arrests and stuff like that. And when he got remarried,
Hmm.
okay, to his now lovely wife, right? Thing is that his wife, and he said this in an interview, right?
Hmm.
I'm probably paraphrasing the quote, right? Hopefully, I'm not taking this out of context. RDJ said, "Look, my wife gave me an ultimatum, right? Either you stop this life, right, or I'm not going to marry you." Okay. And
Yeah.
what did he do? He stopped the life that he was living, like drugs and alcohol and stuff like that. All right. And now he's got a family, right, and a wife who loves him very much. And now he's does a lot for what he does, right? Which
Yeah.
I commend him for that. Okay. And his wife for that. Okay. I mean, and for his wife to actually say, "Look, I'm going to give you an ultimatum, right? You and I are not going to get married, right, unless you stop doing the drugs and alcohol and doing stupid things, right?" Uh, I ask you this: what path would you take? so,
I have no clue because I'm not in that path.
yeah. So, and he was. So he took the
Yeah.
path, right?
So,
Because
and
he
I'm
was.
not saying he did right or wrong.
Yeah,
He did the right thing because it did change.
yeah,
Well, okay, I could answer that. If I know that my path is going down that wrong turn to where I need a wake up call, and my wife says, or my girl that says, we're not gonna get married because you're doing this crap, then I would go the way he did. So, but since I'm not into like drugs and heavy
Yeah.
alcohol and all that stuff.
Yeah,
It's hard to say, you know.
yeah. I mean, I get you. I get you. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
All right. What does Linda say? I read an article saying Larson had been blacklisted the other day. Google it. Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, see, I agree with Linda. I know that they were saying, but this was a while back that they had been talking about it. Like, I think they talked about it like in January or so. So Linda's right that she had been blacklisted because she was talking mad smack as well. But I don't know if she's toned it down or not. I really don't know. But that's one of the reasons why I kind of don't care for Brie Larson. I'm not saying I hate her, but I just when you talk down to people and talk bad about people, I mean that's not right. You know, what I mean, but to each their own. That's their deal. They're the ones that are messing up their own careers.
I think they're their own worst enemy if they do that, don't they? I mean, I think the arrogance, or I think the arrogance and the get to them, the egos get to them, or they say things out of context and it
Well,
gets, you know. So I don't
they
know.
forget that they're human beings. Yeah, you make a lot of money and you have people follow you, but you know what? To be honest, if you're gonna be disrespectful and stuff like how this Ziegler girl was, nobody's gonna support you. And when it comes to it, look, I already tell you right now, that prequel to Hunger Games, I ain't gonna watch it because of her now. And it may be a good movie, but just because she's in it, I don't want to watch it anymore. She's given that movie a bad, taste in my mouth without even giving the movie a chance. I might end up giving it a chance maybe in 5 years, 6 years, but because of her right now being in that movie, I don't care to watch it. Same thing with Shazam: Fury of the Gods. I watched it once, didn't even know that was her as one of the goddess sisters. And honestly, I not because of the way she is or the way she's acting or whatever, but when I saw her role, and again, I didn't know who she was. When I saw her role, I did not like her character role. I didn't. I think her acting sucked.
DJ had a writer saying if he stayed clean, that they'd make him one of the most recognizable superheroes on the planet. So,
Oh yeah.
okay. Um,
She also says what Bart opening says about men is straight out unacceptable.
yeah.
And that's just feminism, Linda. I mean, what they call it, feminism. I mean, okay. I mean,
Yeah.
it can go both ways. If she wants to say that she doesn't need a man, okay, cool. There's men out there that say I don't need a woman. That's just their opinions. Keep them to
Yeah.
yourselves. Don't
I
need to
guess,
know about them.
I guess you're right there, Jojo. I mean, for myself, I think for myself, I'm going to speak for myself here. Sometimes I speak very harshly of things like this, right? Which I'm not there, so I don't know what the situation is. But for some cases, but other cases, when I hear somebody like Ziegler being an utter noob, let's say nicely, on a picket line, right,
Mm-hmm.
and on her promotion of Stone White, I'm saying, Ziegler, you're not a very nice lady, are you? I mean, you and again, having you saying that, yeah, I think she needs to grow up and take accountability for the things that she says. But when she does that, she'll hopefully say to herself when she looks back at herself and say, "Look, yeah, I was a real bitch." Right? So hopefully that will happen. Hopefully those steps will be taken when she gets older. Right. So
Yeah,
you're right.
yeah,
You're
maybe.
right in one way. I mean, I can say some really harsh things which I shouldn't be saying because I'm not there. Right. So,
Yeah,
but when you see them up front when they're doing them now, we have to say that, well, that's not nice. We have to put our opinions and our thoughts upon that. Right. So,
yeah.
it's difficult really in a platform like StreamYard, right? Okay, or
Yeah.
conversation like this, because you don't want to exceed your opinion too far to, and my thoughts here, my opinions here, exceed my opinions too far to actually have people say, "But you're being a fucking dick. What are you talking about?" Right? So so what I'm trying to say is that we've got to be fair. Okay, and I'm going to say this to myself. We've got to be fair. Okay, we can discuss things and have opinions, right?
Mhm.
But and we can little gossip, but but we've got to be. And I'm saying this myself. We're going to be fair. Okay, if I'm not there, right, and I having difficulty actually in talking about it, right, like Brie Larson, for you're saying that you might be right. You're saying her comments might have been 10 months or 5 months ago, right? To be blacklisted. Okay,
Mhm.
right, and now we're bringing it up, but she's still in the Marvelous film. Okay,
Oh yeah. I mean,
so
I
where
know
does
that
that,
afterwards I don't know
yeah,
what happens, but
where does that line go now? Right, we don't know.
I know that
I don't
I
know.
know that it was saying that she's no
Am I
longer her
speaking? Am
role
I
as.
speaking a lot of sense or lack of
Yeah,
sense?
no,
Sorry.
no, you are, and I mean the honest truth, we're not talking bad about these people. We're not calling them F and B's, and
Yeah.
you know, yeah, I did say that Rachel is acting like a stupid little girl, but it's not to say that she is a stupid little girl. It's just saying that she's acting immature. And I mean, in a way, I kind of defended her that she might end up changing and later on, and thinking differently. Right now, maybe she doesn't have that role model to tell her, like, don't be saying things like that. I mean, if it's her opinion that she doesn't like, Snow White being outdated and all that, yeah, but don't say it. I mean, there's things that you shouldn't say that can cost you your career. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I'm not saying. I'm just saying by what I saw that looks like it felt like uncomfortable, but when she was saying these things and Gal Gadot was next to her, it looked like Gal Gadot didn't, or Gal Gadot, whatever her last name is, didn't
Yep.
seem like she wanted to agree with what she was saying, but just did it to be respectful. But if you look at her face, she looked like, oh, I have to say this now. Like, yeah, she's not gonna be saying, but
Yeah.
and it just right there. If you're making somebody else look like they're uncomfortable, because I can't say she was uncomfortable. We were not there. It's just, I mean, people make mistakes, and I'm
She was in a
hoping
public
it's a
eye.
mistake.
In a public eye. So she was in a public eye. Right. You're right. You're right. She could have been really uncomfortable, but her masking of it was, she had to, agree with what Ziegler was saying. But overall, I don't think she wanted to be there with it. So
Again,
um,
we don't know, so
we don't
that's
we
why I
don't
say,
know.
yeah.
Um, yeah.
I
It's
mean,
funny
we're
how
not.
we all talk about things like this, and one person will say or construe it as something wrong, and it's down the line, it's verbatim. If you get what I mean. So anyway,
I mean, again, we're only human. We're not trying to judge, but when
so,
you make yourself act the way you act, it changes a lot of what it changes the way you. Here, look, good example. You know this person that, like, let's just say a neighbor of yours. He or she's a druggie. And doing hardcore drugs. Are you gonna hang out with them? No, because you have that right mind. You can see what's going on. I'm not saying this is exactly like that, but I'm just giving you an example of what you feel when it comes to somebody acting or what they're doing, and you're gonna distance yourself. It's the same thing with Ziegler. That the way she acted was not right. None of us
mm,
liked it,
mm,
and it made us not want to watch Snow White. even if it came out now that it's canceled, okay, cool, because we want originality. Again, her the way she acted doesn't make me want to watch the Ballad of Song and Fire or whatever it is, the prequel to Hunger
Right.
Games,
Yeah.
because of her attitude. Now it maybe if she had said the same things about, Snow White is gonna be a little more different, a little different, more modernized, where Snow White is gonna grow up to be her own savior, without saying like, she's gonna not be saved by the prince, blah blah blah. Then maybe people would have been like, okay, cool, but I don't think people wouldn't have liked Snow White, but they wouldn't hate her or dislike her because of the way it's just her tone, her persona. It just made her look bad. But anyways, hey KOC,
Hey, mate. How are you, Matt? How are you? How are you? How are
good
you?
to see you, buddy.
So, yeah, it's believe you me, when I was younger, I used to be a right prat. I used to say things um, unconsciously as to being a filthy mouthed, arrogant little prick because I was heavily into alcohol. So that's my story. I don't necessarily do that anymore, but I do in my moments. But I'm not
There
an
you
over.
go.
I,
There you go. You just gave a good
um,
example of
yeah,
how you have changed.
yeah, yeah. So
You did it, and we all have those choices. Whether what we all okay, we all have those choices to change from bad to good. I'm not saying you were bad, but it was a negative thing that you were doing, and you're making yourself into a positive thing. You
yeah,
grew out
yeah.
of it. That's
So
why I'm saying with Ziegler, maybe we'll end up liking her later on. Right now, oh hell no. But
yeah.
people change. People start being different. I mean, it's just the way life is, and it's okay. You're never late, KOC.
Sorry, I'm late to the show. I hope you're both well. Well, I don't know. Kidding. Um, yeah, it's. I know she should have actually said anything in the public eye about Snow White. I mean, she gave a bad impression, yes. So um, that's I think Gal Gadot was probably um, almost had to actually agree with her because she had no choice because she was the microphone was shoved in her face. So, what could you do? You couldn't really say the truth because you're in the public eye. You're getting interviewed by a pundit, right? A movie pundit. So, um, I, I, I guess Ziegler's publisher should have actually said, "Look, you should actually promote the film instead of actually bagging it." But that's history is now in the books saying that here's this young lady, you know, not being nice to, uh, you the movie Snow White, but again, reiterate the point that yes, hopefully she'll come of an age saying that, looking back to this and say, bugger, all right, all right,
Yeah,
yes,
I
I
mean,
was that kind of person, and change, right? There is
yeah,
still open to change. So anyway, mm, uh, um, so it's that's a topic. A topic is a very tricky topic, really, sometimes to actually talk about. It's just that so either for me anyway. For me, it's like a fine line of either you're gossiping about it or you're talking about it for purposes. So of a nature of
uh,
blacklist. So anyway,
yeah. Keep on
um,
collecting says, yeah, Brie Larson does not appear to like men. That's her opinion. That's her choice. That's fine. I mean, there's a difference when you don't like men, but you're not bad mouthing them. Because if you badmouth men, not just because I'm a man, I don't want to know. I don't want to have nothing to do with you. I don't care for you. I'm not gonna talk to you. I mean, I'm not gonna talk down about her. Yeah, I think Breeze looks like a good looking woman, but that good lookingness kind of goes away to me when you're gonna be ugly on the inside and talk bad about people, and that's fine. That's your opinion. Go ahead. Rachel Ziegler is actually the girl that was gonna play Snow White. She came out in Shazam 2. She was the younger sister of the female goddesses. She's also coming out in that prequel Hunger Games, and she also came out in something else. I forgot, but that's who Ziggler is. Not Dolph Ziggler, not the wrestler.
Hollywood, eh? Hollywood. Actors. Yeah, it's. Mm. Sometimes.
Well, like they say, Hollywood is its own world, and that's okay.
Mm.
I mean, I just you know there. I just want actors and actresses to realize that they're still people. They're gonna end up passing away like we do, like us normal citizens. We're gonna end up going from this world, and to remember that yes, you work hard to make your money for these movies, but at the same time, just recognize the little people. Well, not the little, the I guess less
Recognize the little
fortunate people.
people. He was
Less
going there,
fortunate.
guys. Little
No, the
people.
less
Oh,
fortunate
come
people that
on.
actually. No, the less fortunate people that actually work their butts off to barely make it in life, but want to still enjoy their movies. There you go.
Little people. Hey, always
Well, I
say
am little PG. I'm a hobbit now these days. The For my size, I'm a hobbit. Shoot.
that.
I should be the one living in New Zealand.
Yeah. He lives in a hole. Yeah. So,
Exactly, KOC.
um, what's that? What's that? Linda's got something to
So,
say. Hang on.
so are they making more than one, Linda? Because I know or are they gonna reshoot that whatever that? Let me see what it's called. I just I can't stand it, but I can't remember that. Let me see. The Ballad of uh, the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. That's what it's called.
What's this? Yeah, they make their choices and we make ours. Yep. So, um, are you sunburnt, JJ? You're so red. So it's
No, it's actually my Sith light. I actually bought
right.
one of these little ring lights, and it's in red. Since I like the Sith, I want to be a part of the rule of two.
Put your glasses
Yeah.
on, Matt. You blind as a bat. Put your glasses on. Oh,
No, if he thinks my son, if I'm burned, then he can see that I'm red.
sunburnt. God. Um,
Good, good. You noticed I'm burnt. Makes you focus.
or is it pink?
So let's see. Oh, there we go. West Side Story. She was in the new West Side Story. KOC. The Steven Spielberg one. Yes, I have. Always have been Sith. I'm Team Sith all the way, man. So she also came out in Paddington 2. I didn't
Oh,
even know that.
oh.
Y2K and then something else she did. So she hasn't made a lot of things. I mean, she made that West Side Story. She was gonna do the Hunger Games that comes out this year. She did Shazam, and then the Paddington 2 or Paddington in Peru. Hmm. I don't know.
Paddington
The
sounds
bear.
sounds like a pornographic Paddington, Peru. So
But yeah, that's Ziggler for you. I hope she does change her ways. I know people say, well, she's young. Yeah, but we see Jenna Ortega, who played Wednesday Adams, and she doesn't have that attitude. She's a lot
No,
more respectful and stuff. So I just think she needs guidance to just bring her up, bring in, and be more respectful, so she can be loved again. That's all.
speaking of Beetlejuice 2, Jenna
Ah,
Ortega is playing the daughter
of
of Winona
of D
Ryder's.
Deeds. What's her name?
Uh, uh,
Lydia Deeds.
Lydia.
I think it was
Lydia, yeah. Oh,
Lydia.
that'd be
Yeah,
good. Oh, I'm quite looking forward to this one. I really am.
I
Um,
can't wait.
yeah.
We
I
watched
love
The Unbearable
Beetlejuice.
Weight.
So, what's Matt saying? We watched the Unbearable
That's
Weight
a
of
good
Massive
movie.
last night. I love Nick Cage doesn't take himself too so seriously. Such a fun film. Um,
That's a good
well, thank
movie.
you for that tip there, Matt. So yeah, um,
What are we
uh,
talking about right now? You were talking about
Beetlejuice 2.
Beetlejuice too.
Um,
Yeah, I can't wait for
oh,
Michael Keaton to be
yeah,
back
yeah,
in.
yeah.
Whoa,
That's gonna be
sandworms!
so fun.
Gotta
So
hate him. Ah! I love the way he acted. Oh, ooh, yeah,
uh,
Babs.
yes.
Yeah.
I doubt that Alec Baldwin and Gina Davis will probably be in this one. I doubt it, but
Nah, I don't think so. I think they're long gone. I think they
um, yeah.
because
Um,
it seems like it's just gonna be. It, I wonder if he's gonna try to get Lydia's daughter to marry him out of revenge against Lydia, or huh.
Beetlejuice. There we go. Said it the third time. There we go. Hopefully it will appear where you are, Matt. So there we go. You have problems now. So,
I love the way he does it. Say it. Just ladies and gentlemen, I learned him. I gotta see that movie again.
um, it's a classic Tim Burton film. It's funny. Keaton, believe it or not, a little bit of history on that. They didn't think that Michael Keaton's going to uh, be Batman because they thought him being Beetlejuice would be too comic. And damn, did they prove that? He proved them wrong. So, um,
Actually, not trying to correct you on that. It was actually Mr. Mom.
oh, was it? Ah, okay,
It
all
was
right,
Mr.
yeah,
Mom that they didn't
yeah,
think he was going to be able to play
all right,
Batman.
okay, all right.
Because I
Yeah.
think I think Beetlejuice came out in 92,
Oh, did it?
91,
Okay,
90.
all right,
Yeah, it
all
came
right,
out. It came out. Let me see.
all right.
I'll tell you right now. It's my brain don't work as much anymore like it used to.
89, Batman.
Oh no,
Um,
no, it came out in 88. It came out in 88.
so,
Wow, it doesn't seem. Still, that was a great
Mr. Mom was
movie.
brilliant. Mr. Mom was brilliant. Saw that.
Yeah.
Um, nevertheless, it's still saying if he didn't recognise Michael
It's
Keaton could have been
showtime.
yeah. So um, uh, but upcoming films are going to be brilliant, like Beetlejuice 2. So yeah, so quite looking forward to that.
All right, what else is coming out that might be?
Um,
Isn't there a horror movie coming out? I know that I think the Nun 2 came out, but there was that Exorcist Believer or whatever that's out.
oh, the Bogeyman's coming out, but I don't like horror.
The
But Bogeyman's coming out, so um, I think Super Seven had a figure. It wasn't the Bogeyman, but Super Seven's got there's a figure coming out. There's another horror film. I forgot
mm-hmm.
what the thing is, but uh, uh,
See what comes out. Oh, well, you have Aquaman coming out.
Yeah.
You have Wonka coming out.
Quite looking forward to that. I'm a bit of a Nick Chalamet fan, so
Same here.
is it Chalamet? Not Nick Chalamet.
Timothy Chalamet or something like.
Chalamet,
Yeah, I can't
so,
wait for that one. I think he's gonna do great. If you're not a Godzilla fan, but Godzilla -1, I think it's gonna be great.
this guy is.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, Godzilla.
Yeah,
You read my mind, KLC. Godzilla -1. I love the way that it looks. Actually, the gentleman who's directing it also wrote it and is also doing the VFX. The VFX. What is it called? VFX effects. I guess you can say. I don't know.
visual
But he's
effects.
doing all three of them. He's doing all that.
Hopefully, Julian Dennison's coming back for that. So he was in the last one with
Which one?
Billy, the Godzilla one. He was Julian Dennison.
No. That's MonsterVerse. You're thinking about MonsterVerse. Godzilla -1 is actually the Japanese Toho one.
Oh, okay. All right.
The one you're talking about that comes out in 2024, 2025 is Kong X Godzilla: The New Empire, or something like that.
Okay,
but before that one, we need to see the Monarch series on Apple. That's supposed to come out first. Yeah.
So many things to watch.
I know, and this is another one that's coming out that hasn't been done in years. Which I don't know if you guys have ever seen it over there in New Zealand, but you guys, Keenan and Kel, they made Good Burger the movie. Well, they're coming out with a sequel.
I've heard about that, but no, we haven't had it over here yet, so I don't think so.
Yeah, there's a sequel to that, and then there's the remake of Roadhouse, which I don't care for that.
I don't care for that either, Jojo. Really, give me the original any day. So Patrick.
Then you have the part 2 of Spider-Verse, which is the Spider Within.
I'm looking forward to that. So
yeah, then you have Craven. Let's see. Dennis Quaid playing Reagan. I don't know if that's come out yet. I know the Equalizer 3 has already come out. Oh, you got Trolls. The new Troll movie's coming out. They're remaking The Color Purple. I don't know why.
No, yeah.
Dune Part 2.
Oh, yes.
I thought.
So,
yeah.
So, who was it? Was it? Oh, it was McFarlane. Todd McFarlane showed Pixel Dan.
Some of his, yeah.
Dan was talking to checking out the Todd McFarlane, and he had action figures of Dune characters with Christopher Walken and stuff like that. So
yeah. KOC. Roadhouse. I remember that they were gonna make a remake, and it has Jake Gyllenhaal playing Patrick Swayze's character in the new one, which
no. Yes.
Oh, that's right. I hope it's a good one. I wonder who the villain's gonna be on that one.
So,
let's see. I'm trying to see what else.
I've just actually watched the first episode of Gen V on Prime.
I need to watch. How was that one?
That was brilliant, fantastic.
I need to watch.
Of course, everybody knows it's a little bit of an amalgamation of the X-Men thing and stuff like that, but it's but it was good. It was really good. Good start for Gen V because it sets up.
Well, actually, Gen V, isn't that the spin-off of The Boys?
Yeah, it is. It's like the Xavier's school of gifted youngsters, right?
Okay.
So this is a school of gifted superheroes, right? So
okay.
So it's like a piss take, but is it a boys universe, right? So
okay.
the now Starlight is walked off, and joined the boys, right?
The boys,
Okay,
yeah.
and then you've got Maeve, right? She's gone, right? She doesn't want anything to do with Homelander, right? So,
Or with anything.
right, or anything.
She lost her
That's
powers too.
they're gearing up to actually find the new face of the Seven, right? So this is the Gen V. This is where the Gen V comes into it. So,
So it's actually happening during the boys.
um, yeah, I think so because it's in the same context of what's happening, right? So, but things have gone awry. Watch it, JJ. You gobsmacked of what's going
Yeah,
on, what's happening,
I'm gonna watch
especially
it.
with
I love the boys, bro. I mean the
so,
storylines and everything has just been great. So I think Jim V is gonna be
um,
great. I'm still looking at movies. I forgot that they're gonna make this game into a movie, and it's that Five Nights at Freddy's, and I'm hearing that that's gonna be good.
what do you mean? Todd's not was on drugs. Uh, Dixie Dan and Todd McFarlane awful. I think Todd is on drugs, and the way he was acting was making Dan feel uneasy. You could see the body language. He's not on drugs. He was just happy, man. I mean, the Super Seven guy was on drugs. God. Uh, who's saying that? Come on. Of course Todd's on drugs. Oh God, you too. Oh man. So,
of course,
um,
if he's on some kind of drug, I would like that kind of drug so I can make some toys.
he's probably sniffing his plastic, man. God.
Yeah.
So check out Force and Super Seven in doing Veeb's doing an interview with the guy who doing Super Seven. He was on drugs. Goodness. So yeah.
Let's see.
So,
Oh, that's right. They were gonna do a Madam Web movie.
oh, is that still in the running? JJ, that's still
Yeah.
on. So, Super Seven dude.
They're making another Quiet Place movie. How many of those can you make? Damn.
Yeah, I know. Um,
Oh, the Ghostbusters sequel they were gonna make. They're gonna do another Kung Fu Panda, which I don't even know. Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire. Uh, Deadpool 3. Let's not forget about that one.
yes, Deadpool 3 with Hugh Jackman back as Wolverine. Cannot wait.
Furio. What do you think of Furiosa?
Don't know. Furiosa.
That's gonna be the spin-off to the girl that came out in Mad Max Fury Road. Or not
Oh,
Fury Road.
okay. Oh, this is the first time I've heard about it. Really, JJ, you
Yeah,
just
yeah, they've
yeah.
been talking about it in the works for a long
Oh,
time.
okay.
I didn't even
All
know
right.
they were making another Planet of the Apes. They're making Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Okay. Oh, great. Because I like that I like that trilogy. I love that. So, that
Supposedly
would be
a Bad Boys
Matt Reeves,
4.
wouldn't it? Would that be
Um,
Matt directing that? Matt.
let me see. Uh, no, Wes Ball.
Oh, okay. Hmm. Oh, a new director for that. Okay. Awesome. So,
So this
um,
one says a new ape movie is set many years after the conclusion of 17's War of the Planet of the Apes. Many ape societies have grown from when the Moses, like Caesar, brought his people to an oasis, while humans have been reduced to pharaoh-like existence. Some ape groups have never heard of Caesar, while others have contoured to his teachings to build um, burgeoning empires. In this setting, one ape leader begins to enslave other groups to find human technology, while another ape who watched his clan be taken embarks on a journey to find freedom. A young human woman becomes key to the latter's quest, although she has plans of her own.
Hmm.
Interesting.
That sounds really good. Yes, new Planet of the Apes film. Love that series. So,
Supposedly a Bad Boys 4, an Inside Out
oh
2.
God, really? Continue
Oh,
with Bad
Mission
Boys 4?
Impossible Part 2. Don't forget about
Yes.
that one.
I gotta watch the. I gotta go watch the new one yet. Yeah. So,
Oh, remember the Venom 3, and then we have Captain America Brave New
yeah.
World. We have Twisters, which supposedly has nothing to do with the first one.
Okay.
They're making
Um,
a Borderlands movie, which is a
hmm.
game. Alien Romulus. I don't know if that's the continuation of the Alien Covenant.
Well, hopefully it's
Craven
Ridley
the
Scott
Hunter.
helming that. So,
Let me see. Let me see. I'll tell you right now. No, it's a Fedet Alvarez.
Okay. Another alien film to actually buy on Blu-ray. Sorry.
So you have
So,
Beetlejuice 2, and Monica Bellucci's also coming out in it.
ooh, yummy. Sorry. um,
Beetlejuice's wife. She's gonna play the wife.
great. Oh, that'd be funny. Yeah. Oh,
So Lydia's mom, Catherine O'Hara, is coming back. Supposedly William Defoe is coming out in that. That's weird.
awesome.
Damn, I was hoping Otho would come back, but nope. Then you have Transformers 1, that's an animated. Joker. You got Joker, the sequel.
Oh,
So
yes.
Keep on Collecting says yes, new Planet of the Apes film. Love that series. I'm looking forward to the Borderlands movie. I love the games. Awesome, guys. So yeah, those are coming out. Borderlands is coming out in, let me see, I'll tell you right now. I thought I saw it right now. Where is it? I'll tell you right now. I just saw it. August 9th, 2024, it says, Linda. And then the new Planet of the Apes, KOC, is coming out in May, I think. Yeah, May 24th. So
You could
interesting.
say it's a good lineup of films coming out, right? So
Yeah, there's a few good lineups all the way till September? No, October. Which Joker comes out in October, which is kind of odd.
So, JJ has given us a lineup of new films coming out on, yeah, and so
Next year, too.
I see it. I'm, if I may, JJ, should we cut it there? Should we cut it?
Yeah, we can cut it here. Well, I
So,
mean, we always appreciate Linda and KOC and PCP and T3 and Spidey Moves coming on and joining us for this short time. It's always fun to talk about stuff, and you guys giving your 2 cents in is very very exciting, because sometimes I like to know what Linda thinks. Linda's very knowledgeable in her Star Wars,
well,
just like
one
T3
cent.
is very knowledgeable and stuff.
1 cent worth, yes, 1 cent worth. Sorry.
No, 2 cents.
I'm waiting for it, Linda. Yes, I've unsubscribed. So, so yes, thanks. Yeah, I actually will parrot that what JJ said and say you're all welcome here on New Talk from the other side of the world. You're all welcome. So Good discussion. Really, from Ahsoka to to Loki, which I thought was brilliant. Gotta say, brilliant. Um, um, and for my opinion, the conversation we had afterwards regarding Ziegler and Bradasson, it was discombobulated for me. So that's what I'm going to say. I was all I'm going to say about that. So, we are going to catch you next time. As always, thank you very much to KOC. Sorry, I'm gonna parrot JJ again. Thank you all. T3, of course, you're always welcome. Plastic thing guy
Well,
thing.
pop culture in plastics, PCP.
You can unsubscribe to me there, man. Too long a names. Like my memory's like shot. Anyway,
Just remember PCP.
yeah. That's actually, I should do that. Just PCP, the initials. Anyway, everybody, it's been fun. It's been great. We were going to have a guest on, but he must be busy, so that's fine. He can come on the show anytime he wants. I've gotta say this. I don't know if JJ will probably agree with me or not. We will. For me, in my opinion, I think from time to time, we will have guests on, but not too often. That's my opinion. Anyway.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with an extra guest. I wouldn't mind having a third brain on here to discuss and agree with us or disagree with us, opinions or not opinions. It doesn't matter to me.
But yeah, I mean, that's my thoughts on that. Love you guys. I will leave you with all these things that I'm going to say. And first up is remember this, not that. This. Oops, not that. Sorry, I pressed the wrong thing.
What was that?
I don't know. I pressed the wrong thing.
And enjoy the two pommies. No liver on top of your and listen to the rest of the and myself, the P.G.M. on the two pommies. Come gather around and the chat. Enjoy.
I guess that's
That was
it
awesome.
for this weekend. I guess that's this weekend. Just to say that JJ, I love you, bro. I love doing this with you.
Love you too, brother. It's always fun to be here with you. Thank you so much.
Do you have anything coming up as we as going?
No, just gonna try to clean up the room to get things situated. It's just been tough with work. I always work every day that I don't. Every time I'm gonna try to clean, I fall asleep or I'm just too tired. But right now that I don't have to work tomorrow, I'm gonna get started right now in a bit once we get off, so I can start getting things set up. I'm hoping once I set up everything and make the room nicer, I can start getting going with the fantasy talks. I
Right.
really want to get into that. It's been a really crazy season, and then hopefully we'll get to do this again soon. Hopefully we can watch episodes 2 and 3 of Loki and then talk about him.
Yep.
I want to get into that Gen V, or Gen V, so we can talk about that too, because I do love the boys. I didn't know Gen V came out. I thought it was going to come out later, but good to know. So thank God for Amazon Prime.
At the moment, JJ, there's 4 episodes on Prime at the moment. So yeah.
Oh really? Wow.
Yeah,
oh.
Just dropped a couple of days ago, I think. So yeah. So.
Wow. Okay. Well, I mean, you watched them already?
No, I just watched episode 1 because I'm savoring it. So I'm gonna watch another one. So yeah. So
okay. Yeah. So I at least it'll give me time to catch up.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm gonna do.
Right.
For sure.
Yeah. So we've got stuff to talk about on Nerd Talk from the Other Side of the World. Coming up for me is a lot of reviews, toy reviews. I keep on saying it. I will do it. A lot of movie reviews. Heat movie review. I'm coming back with the James Bond movie reviews because Prime. Oh my goodness, thank you, Prime. Got to say this. James Bond movies are back on Prime, so they're all on there. So I don't.
I actually have all of them on Blu-ray, so I don't have to worry about that. I can just watch.
I need to get them on Blu-ray. I've got them on DVD, but I need to get them on Blu-ray. But yes, thank you, Prime. I don't have to actually, because it's a better quality. I don't know what Prime's doing, but it must be playing the 4K versions of it because it's a bit clearer and lighter. But enough of me waffling. Catch me on to Pommy's coming up very soon. I think in the next 4 or 5 days time. And catch us next fortnight. Or it could be sooner. Who knows? Could be sooner. Yeah. But anyway, next fortnight. So
one more question. One more question, PG. When do you have your next live with the New Zealanders? Do you know when that'll happen again?
I don't know about that. I really don't know about what's going on there. I don't really want to speculate either. So I've got to talk to Michael about that.
Okay.
So I will leave it at that. And
all right, not a problem. Just it's good to see you guys. I mean, I know it's 3:15 at my time. Whenever I'm up, I'll be there. But I enjoy y'all's conversations as well.
So, but yeah, I can't really say too much about that because I don't know where that's going or have gone.
It's okay. Okay, it was a question I wanted to ask. So now I got my answer.
I'll leave you with this, of course. Nerd Talk with JJ and P.G.M. Every fortnight. Anyway, I'm going to say God bless you all. I don't say that too often, but I do love you all. Thank you very much. Please, if you are in the chat, go and subscribe to everybody in the chat. Go and I know Linda was in the chat. Please go and give her a like and subscribe to her on Instagram because she is on there as well. Do that because they're all great people and they all have great channels as well. Okay, enough of me, enough of J-Show. We're gonna get the flock out of here. So goodbye.